shut down the reactor in a hurry, but it turned out to be the hidden detonator in the wrong configuration. The IAEA Commission states that at below 50% power, the control instruments provided incomplete feedback. The low power dangers were not well described in the operating documentation, and the procedures were sometimes contradictory. The operators would have been somewhat blind to what was going on inside the reactor, and had to rely more on experience and intuition for control. To build inherently safer reactors, later designs, including those in Russia, utilized water as the moderator. Water is a far superior moderator. It added a vital addition of automatic reactivity control, and the coils could be way smaller. As the water boils into steam, the moderator disappears, and there is an instantaneous drop in reactivity. With higher grade uranium, water can be used as the moderator. Graphite was a favored moderator in earlier reactors around the world for low-grade uranium. The switch to water happened when uranium enrichment technology had advanced to the point where the large quantities required could be produced. With perfect hindsight, it is so easy to be critical of a time when the science was in earlier stages and there was minimal computer modeling. Man can dream up the most amazing things, but ultimately it is humans who are responsible for the things going wrong. We will never really know what happened in the control room that night, and tragically, most who were there paid with their lives, as they heroically scrambled to deal with multiple other dangers that could have put the other reactors at risk of meltdown and a wider disaster. It's natural to focus on the recklessness of a few, but this is just like a story about the epic bravery and personal sacrifice of so many.
WXMI TV6.
Haven Beach, where the waves are coming in. Lake Michigan whipped up by a storm that moved over us and apparently still has some winds. Public safety officials closed the swimming area in the state park. They say conditions will be reevaluated as the day goes on. We have Fox 17 meteorologist Isabella Holzheiser in the Weather Center to update us as to how much longer we'll have those winds and those whipped up waves.
Well, those strong winds and waves will last well into this afternoon. They'll start to die back down later this evening, but we can't fully rule out some breezier conditions later tonight. Right now, we're still watching as some of those rain showers pass on through this line. It's been moving pretty slowly throughout the entire day. We're going to keep on watching as it pushes off to our southeast. Right now, it's still making some lightning strikes and some rain showers for many of our southern communities. When it comes to our current temperatures, many of us are seeing that cold front swooping on through. Those cooler 60-degree temperatures are still sitting around. We do have some warmer upper 60s off to the south, but as that cold front sweeps through, we'll see all of this area turn very green over the next couple of hours. When it comes to our winds, they're pushing out of the southwest at about 5 to 15 miles an hour, but individual gusts have popped all the way into those mid and upper 20s. So very strong winds generating some of those much higher wave heights, especially along Lake Michigan. The rest of today will feature some of those stronger winds passing on through, temperatures slowly but surely rising. Cloud cover starting to break apart later this afternoon. We're actually going to start to see some clearing among some of our communities, which actually could regenerate a couple of showers and thunderstorms. So keep a close eye on that. But overall, definitely a day to not let your guard down. Keep an eye on those showers and thunderstorms. I've got a breakdown of when they'll fully exit the region and when we'll start to see full-on sunshine again in my full forecast coming up.
Here's midday. We're working to learn more about a death investigation on Union Avenue Southeast in Grand Rapids. Police told our crew at the scene that neighbors reported hearing gunshots. When police arrived, they found a woman dead.
Dream car! In this game, we start out with something small and inexpensive. Refried beans.
YouTube.
We're going to take this can of beans.
spectacular vistas on this continent, any continent. Downtown San Francisco in the background, and we zoom into Candlestick Park in the southeastern corner of the city. For the first time in 27 years, a World Series game will be played in Candlestick Park, the Battle of the...
And he fails to get Dave Parker at second base, so the Oakland A's take.
I'll tell you what we're going to do.